The humidity in the atmosphere is kind of feeding into storms.
Oh boy.
Moving in as we speak. So let's take a look at what's going on out there. We'll start you off with a live look outside. This is Center City. And the reason I want to show you this is just to show you the clouds starting to bubble up. We're starting to see a lot of movement in the atmosphere. Clouds bubbling up. This is what we call towering cumulus clouds. Very indicative that there is upward motion happening and that storms are going to be trying to build. As we go through mid-afternoon, I think Center City, that's when we are going to see the risk for storms. Down the shore, it's a little bit later, but you can see a lot of people may have to pack up eventually and get off the beach because it is a very, very busy beach day. This is a live look at Cape May. A lot of umbrellas, a lot of people soaking up the sun. It's been a nice start to the day, but it's going to end on not such a nice note, even the threat for severe weather in parts of our area. So across the region today, we're looking at temperatures in the 80s. They're already there. 88 degrees in Philly. That's the high today. 84 down the shore. Now, we may not quite get there because if any storm forms over the airport, it's going to knock down that temperature. Let's take a look at what's happening right now. Clouds and radar showing these storms starting to blossom. They're not moving very quickly, and that is something that is very concerning when it comes to the threat for flooding. Storms kind of sitting and dumping heavy rain on one particular area for an extended period of time. Again, we've seen this multiple times this summer. That brings the risk for flash flooding. Right now, the strongest storm we have is just south of Reading over Berks County, right over the turnpike. We've got another cell up here in portions of Montgomery County. We do not have any severe warnings for these storms and no flash flood warnings just yet. We will update you if that changes, but you can see right now over Milford, Upper Hanover, right along the northeast extension there, it is pouring. And back toward Reading, we've got very heavy rain as well. Intense lightning, and this is right along 176 where it connects to the turnpike, and a few more little pulse storms happening right now over Chester County and pushing quickly into Newcastle County and Delaware County. What we're looking at here is what we call precipitable water. This basically shows where you see the yellow, where you see the green, where there's a ton of moisture in the atmosphere. Think of it as wringing out a wet washcloth, basically. And where you see, again, the yellows, that's where we're looking at upwards of 2 inches of available moisture to fall from the sky in a short period of time. And over the city, it's 4, 5, 6 o'clock, very, very heavy moisture content in the atmosphere, then eventually down the shore later on this evening. So looking at the timing of this, we are expecting to see storms continuing to fire up through the afternoon. Some of the strongest storms likely later this afternoon, 3, 4, 5 o'clock, moving through the city, South Jersey and Delaware, eventually going to get all those people off the beaches because it does look like by dinner time, we've got storms rolling through the shore points. Biggest threat with any of these storms appears to be flash flooding, but also damaging winds cannot be ruled out. Certainly large hail. Looks like a very, very low risk of a tornado with today's storms. And we'd be remiss not to talk about the heat. Just quickly, after we get these storms out of here, the heat is going to begin to build. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday is going to be the worst of it, and you can see Thursday 95, feeling like 100. There may be a late day storm Thursday. Friday's the hottest day of this stretch at 97, feeling as hot as 107, and Saturday still a scorcher. Strong storms late, and then it does turn cooler for the weekend. Pretty brutal stretch ahead, Jim, starting with the storms this afternoon. I'll send it back to you.
Better brace ourselves. Thank you, Kate.